Welcome to Business Bytes. I'm Eleni Jokos. The JSE was up by almost 2% today to end at 27,133 points. We spoke to Simon Brown from Standard Bank and asked him if we're back on track.
John, to the last bit first, are we back on track? Certainly 2 good days in a row, which is something we haven't seen for a while. The big question, and it's early to tell yet, are the bears merely resting or have they gone into hibernation or disappeared entirely? And I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot of stuff that suggests maybe, certainly from technical levels, indices had got down to those levels of support. On the all-share locally, it was about 26 and a half. Those levels held. But there's a lot more out there. The China number, for example, showed exports really doing very well, almost back at those mid-2008 peak levels. And that exports tells us that the global economy is obviously buying their products. Things are happening out there.
The Nigerian market ended the day down by 0.25% to close at 25,214 points. We spoke to Tajuddin Ibrahim of Stanbic IBTC, looking at the reason for the downward trend in the market.
Basically, I think the major factor that is behind the continuous downturn of the market is because investors are taking profit. Because if you look at it, basically we find out that there is really no major event that one can adduce is the major reason behind the continuous downturn. And at the same time, I believe investors' confidence is a bit weak.
The NSE 20 continued its upward momentum and gained 0.38% to end the day on 4,263 points. We spoke to Samuel Washira, General Manager at Drummond Investment Bank, looking at the budget which was announced today.
Seeing a lot of excitement in the country, mainly because of what you're seeing both in the international front as well as locally in terms of the budget reading. And that now we are looking at a budget which is 12% above what we saw last year. And with the deficit that we saw last year, the government has quite a task in terms of seeing how it can be able to finance that. We're looking at it maybe in terms of looking at how it can be able to restructure the tax regime, also looking at it in terms of some of the companies that it has been planning to list in the stock exchange, as well as some of the infrastructure bonds and even sovereign bond that the government has been thinking about.
For more news and videos, go to abndigital.com.